As the 1960s were drawing to a close, just 5 of Australia's cities remained with operational tram systems. Within a few more years, this would be reduced to just 2, Adelaide and Melbourne, to cling to their beloved trams. Of the 5 cities, Brisbane would be the first to change over to the motor bus, with its extensive tram network divided almost into 2 by the Brisbane River. By 1968, route closures had meant that more and more of the 4-motor or FM cars were being concentrated on the Ipswich Road depot. This allowed the phasing out of the popular drop centre cars, some dating from the 1920s. Moving to a position close to Roma Street Station in the city, we see a procession of mainly drop centre cars as we too make our way along to the corner of Adelaide and George Streets near the Town Hall. One of the reasons put forward for the abandonment of the trams was the extra cost and inconvenience of including their tracks in the new bridge across the Brisbane River, seen here in the background next to the old Victoria Bridge, as both trams and road traffic negotiate the junction at the end of Queen Street, North Quay. Back along the Ipswich Road again to the depot situated opposite the South Brisbane Hospital. Both trams and buses were sharing the depots with their crews by this time. We joined them for a ride out on the Salisbury line just after midday. Out through Maruka and along the Bow Desert Road on reserved tracks. In the city once more, by the famous junction at the Woolen Gabba. Here, the five-way intersection was controlled by a signal cabin overlooking the tracks. Along Kingsford Smith Drive at Breakfast Creek, the trams hugged the shore of the Brisbane River before curving sharply along Racecourse Road to reach the terminus at Ascot Doombend. FM car number 546, built in 1959, is on an enthusiast special working in order to pass over as much track work as possible not normally used by the regular services. In 1963, a small batch of 8 trams were constructed at the Milton workshops to help offset the sudden loss of 65 trams, all destroyed by fire when Paddington Tram Depot burned to the ground. These cars were distinguished by their lovely two-tone livery and the addition of a phoenix bird below the driver's side windows, signifying they had risen from the ashes. 553, the penultimate Phoenix tram, precedes FM car 431 past the Colonial Mutual building. The FM cars were also known as 400s or Iron Dukes by enthusiasts and drivers alike. Casting an eye across the many advertisements of the period on the buses, trucks and trams seems to indicate the 60s as an era of liquor and pills. Rejoining the enthusiasts once more, on 546 we make for the Gabba cricket ground sidings by going bung or wrong road, traversing the tracks normally used in connection with match days only. The conductor signals our intentions by hand to the traffic so we can make our way through this interesting part of the system safely.